this goes without saying, but it bears repeating. Most people post, and hope something sticks. I want you to shift. I want you to design content with purpose so that you can move people from curious to committed. Welcome to From Corporate to CEO, hosted by the Power Move Collective. I'm your host, Nandy B, and this is your daily podcast that proves that you don't have to resign in order to rise. Here, ambitious women like yourself learn how to leverage your paycheck, your skills, and your corporate career to launch and grow your own business. And in just 10 minutes every day, I'll share power moves that will turn your 9-to-5 into your greatest investor. Make sure, however, that you hit subscribe so that you never miss an episode. With that said, let's get on with today's episode. This week, it is Friday. We made it through another great week. This week is all about our marketing journey, building your marketing system. We were able to, this whole week, help you build your marketing foundation, one channel at a time. We talked about your content pillars. We talked about your repurposing strategy. We talked about your messaging, creating and building messages that actually land. Today, you're building momentum. Here is your next step. Your content needs to guide people towards an offer. Because, my darling, likes don't pay the bills. Clients do. And today, I want to show you how to turn content into clients without feeling pushy. Once again, in the spirit of full transparency, this is something that took me a long time to come to accept. I get it. You do have to be careful to not overwhelm people with selling content. Refer back to the pillar episodes where we are talking about the importance of having different pillars of content so that every other post is not you wanting to sell something. Your content doesn't just need to educate. It needs to create movement. And it becomes powerful when you make these shifts from information to invitation, from passive to active, and from random to intentional. Let's break them down one by one. From information to invitation. Here is where people get stuck. They share tips, lessons, and some quick advice, and they stop there. Yes, that's important content because it's helping to build awareness. Sure, but it leaves your audience hanging. Imagine that you are teaching a workshop at work and you end with, "Thank you for listening." People will walk away, but nothing will happen next. Your audience needs next steps. That's the difference between content that's nice to read and content that will actually convert viewers into clients. So pair your value with an invitation. And that invitation doesn't have to be something that gets them to spend money. It could be downloading a free checklist. It could be join my workshop. It could be join my mailing list. It could be book a free call. An invitation is not pushy. As I say always, it's service. You're giving people the bridge from learning to action. And once you've opened the door with an invitation, the next shift is making sure your audience doesn't just watch, but that they engage. This is where we go from passion to active. Think about how easy it is to scroll past a post, a podcast, a video. Passive content doesn't stick. Active content pulls you in. So really do ask yourself. So make sure in your post that you are asking your audience questions they want to actually answer. Invite them to comment. Run a quick poll. Host a short Q&A. To be really fair, sometimes people just don't respond, but you need to keep doing it because as your audience grows with you, the more they will understand your style and will truly start participating. The goal here isn't to boost vanity metrics. It's to create conversion. And conversion is where trust builds. Trust is what turns curious followers into clients. So how can you turn this one post into a two-way movement and not just a broadcast? And I'm going to be honest, I'm working on this, because it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to psychologically feel comfortable enough doing it. This is why inside of the Business Plan Mastermind, we have accountability groups that will help to take you from, okay, you don't have a problem with knowing what you need to do. You have a problem with actually doing what you need to do. Because sometimes there's daylight between what we know in our head and how some insecurities or discomforts that we have make us move. Now, even if you're inviting people and engaging, there's one more shift that turns your content into a true system. That is intentionality. So we are going to go from random to intentional. As an employee, you post content because someone said you should. As a CEO, you will be posting content because it ties back to your business strategy. Every piece of content should have a role. Is it an authority post to build your credibility? Is it a story post to build your connections? Is it an offer post to create a pathway to buy? When you're intentional, your content stops being random noise and it starts being a system. Every post, every workshop, every email, every free guide needs to be able to point towards an offer, and everything has to be connected. I'm not going to lie, this took me a long time, but it was also because I didn't truly have a vision for my business. I was just kind of posting to feel comfortable about what I did on YouTube. But now I have built in this structure. Everything that I'm teaching and showing you guys is coming from things that I myself, shifts that I'm making in my own business, in my own practice, to change how I market and how I show up. When you make these shifts, your content doesn't just get seen, it gets remembered, it gets acted on, and ultimately, it brings you clients. So here is your power move of the day. You take the one piece of content you've shared recently and you rewrite it with all of these three shifts. You will add an invitation, you will make it interactive, and you will tie it directly to an offer. That is how you start turning your content into clients. And the more you practice, the more natural this flow will become. Thank you so much for joining me today on From Corporate to CEO. If you loved what you heard today, please subscribe to the show and visit us at powermovecollective.com. And if you are ready to start taking action, here are two great options. You can download our free Safe Start Blueprint. It's on our website and the link is also in the description below. However, if you, my darling, are ready to take action and say goodbye to corporate America for good, join us in the Business Plan Mastermind that is kicking off on January 12th, 2026.